Hello guys, it's your friendly player, sebchoof here. I wanted to make a video because there's an interesting event going on right now. I'll read out what it exactly is. It's called the Abyss Runner event, and basically how it works, it's similar to the last one, which was the Tomb Runner Guild event. I'll get into that shortly. It's an event where the fastest player wins, basically. Can't really put it any simpler. But there is a few rules. It says, dungeons to be played, Abyss of Demons. You can use regular key or blah 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 blah. Then it says, pets are not allowed. Very interesting. That should make things very fun and not pay to win. But then it says consumables are allowed. Why? The pets not being allowed thing is pretty cool because you actually have to dodge. And Abyss of Demons, it's a pretty easy dungeon when you have a pet. Pets basically made all Godlands dungeons way too easy. But allowing consumables is the silliest thing they could have done. Like, it makes no difference that there's a pet or not. It actually would have been better if they allowed people to have pets because it would have been more fair. The players that have stockpiled these items that can mimic pets will have a massive advantage. The reason why I was excited for there not being any pets is because it actually would require you to dodge, and it actually would have been really hard. People that rushed the whole way to the end with Speedy would have been so amazing. It would have been so impressive. But basically what you can do is you can use consumables to not only be as good as someone with a pet, you could be disgustingly monstrous. You pretty much need white drake eggs to be able to compete. At least one. I found that one works. But if you have two, that actually gives you healing equivalent to a divine pet. How stupid is that? And you can actually use 16. So if you want to be able to have the fastest possible run, technically, it would be most effective if you have enough white drake eggs, so no matter what the room generation is, you can run through the lava, you can always hug the side of the wall that's closest to the next entrance. So basically you get to the end as soon as possible, and you can always also bring items such as defense effusions, which minuses 30 damage from each enemy bullet, basically making all enemies really weak. And also when you get to the boss, you can overload on damage consumables, so you can use, like, I was using 2 attack effusions, 2 dex effusions, and you can also use a ghost rum, so even though there is enemies in the boss room, you could make it that it's even easier than if you had a divine pet, because no enemies shoot. How stupid! This event would have been amazing, if not for the fact that consumables were allowed. Oh, and you know what else I found? I did some theory crafting because I'm a filthy nerd, and I found that the best strategy would be if you bought the new ST wizard in the campaign, because it gives you 100 speed, more than any class, and you can also use speed weeds, the speedy sprout, every 5 seconds to maintain speedy during the whole rush, while also using enough white drake eggs and death effusions so that you can stand on the side of the room all the way until the boss, so you have the shortest route even if you have to run through lava and enemies. And that is the fastest possible way. I think you can get like a 22-second run doing that, but it's so damn hard using the speed sprouts, using the ability every 2 seconds, and then using MP consumables to keep up with the spell you have to use every 2 seconds, because it gives you plus 25 speed every whenever you use it for 2 seconds. So I actually did start trying to do that at the very beginning, but I was pulling my hair out so much over how fucking annoying the RNG is and the cost per run, that I just wanted to sad life it, get a decent run with Warrior that I'm really confident that would be in the top 25, and stop there. And I couldn't even get the perfect RNG with a damn Warrior. Disgusting. But I wouldn't be a nagging idiot, well, I probably still am, but I wouldn't be so much of a nagging idiot if I did my own good run. So here's that. You know another criticism that I always hear about speedrunning though, and it is kind of valid. As you could see in that run, I made a wrong turn. Let's watch a portion of that while I have a coin to flip. Hold on, let me get it. Okay, I could not find the coin. Hold on one sec. Okay, since I couldn't find a coin, we are going to use a button. Hold on. Here we go. Alright guys, watch this. We start at Abyss. We pop all of our consumables before running. Here we go. The first turn. Oh shit. Oh. Yep, we got heads in that one. Ready, next one. Oh no, I can't catch it. Wait, where the fuck? Here we go. Yep, heads again, heads again. Next time. Damn it. Oh, it's tails. There goes 4 seconds. Better luck next time. Yeah, the RNG factor in speedrunning, I'm actually not too fussed about it, to be honest, because the good thing about having RNG in challenge runs is the more experience you have, the more you can you can use your experience to mitigate the RNG. Like for example, in Abysses, it's like 22 rooms to boss or something. So you can visualize on the minimap how many rooms it takes to get to the boss and kind of guess where the right entry would be from the starting room, because that's what I was doing quite effectively. But as you can fucking see, there's so many split ends that could be 50-50s that it just kills the run, and it should be a reset. So I didn't want to do this event too much. If I wanted to, I probably could get the perfect RNG and get like a under 28 second run. Because if you actually cut out the time of me going to that dead end, it cost me 4 seconds. So it would have been around 27 seconds, that run. And I still made some mistakes. But the fact that you have to pop your consumables, your white drake eggs, and effusions if you choose to use them, or Christmas consumables, before you start running each time, it's so costly. Noobs will never get a chance to compete, even though it's not really friendly towards them because you do need good items. But yeah, they've got no chance at all. And even if you're an elite player, which this event is great for, you would have had to be stockpiling these items beforehand to be able to compete. While we're on the topic of RNG, let me just explain why the Tomb event was a bit dumb. So the only problem with the Abyss event was allowing the consumables. That also goes for the Tomb event. As you can imagine, consumables allows you to go faster from the very beginning. And it also allows you to kill the bosses faster, so each attempt you should stock up a lot of consumables to use. It wasn't as bad because the cost was shared between the guildies, so at least around 25 people. But why did you choose Tomb out of all dungeons to do the speedrun guild event for? Why? The reason why Tomb is one of the worst picks they could have done is because, I mean, they could have mitigated it. They didn't do any rules around tea rooms. So like what I was doing with my guild is I was just fishing for the tombs that only had like one non-tea room, because that way each tea room that spawns in a tomb is a sark that you don't have to clear. So if you get 4 tea rooms, that means you only have to clear 1 sark. So that would be the fastest possible run. I'm not sure if you can get 5 tea rooms, you probably can. But yeah, that would go for the fastest run. But why was there no rule around tea rooms? It should have been like, if there's any tea rooms at all, you have to reset. Also, the waiting 30 seconds at the start was just annoying, especially for someone who was trying to get the perfect run. It's just a rule that is completely useless. Why? Why did it exist? Also, to give you guys a bit of backstory in speedrunning in Realm in general, I don't want to toot my own horn. I feel like I'm the one who brought speedrunning to become more popular in Realm, and a lot of people would say the same. Back in the day, about 2 years ago now, 1.5 years ago, 1 year ago, I don't know, man. I started this server called RotMG Speedrunners, and I wasn't doing it for too long because it took a lot of time. How it worked was you would submit your runs and they would and I would manually check them, and there was like a leaderboard for each dungeon, and we got over 1,000 runs submitted, so it was a lot of fun. and it garnered a lot of hype during that time as well. Like, a lot of people were getting into it. And only weeks after I started that server, Deca started trying this, Deca started trying to implement this speedrunning thing in testing. So I guess they saw the hype around speedrunning, they saw the opportunity there. But supposedly what I was told is they discontinued it because it was too boring or something. And so with all this influence I brought on, I'm disappointed that Deca did not reach out to me at all, like asking for advice when it comes to speedrunning, making it more fun, things like that, because I've had so much experience in making it an amazing time for everyone. I hope in the future Deca does do a lot more speedrunning events. Please, for the love of God, no petless with consumables. In my speedrunning server we had petless, with pet, and with pet with consumables, because to be honest, if you have consumables it can open up to some cool strategies, like for example, it does allow for insta-killing for some bosses if you use damage effusions. But what is the point of not allowing a pet but allowing consumables? What is the point? It doesn't fix anything. But yeah, if Deca does do these sorts of things in the future, which I hope they do, please make them petless or with pet, or with pet with consumables, because those make sense. It's best though if they do petless, because that allows anyone to enter. Like, if they did it without consumables, that would have been so much more welcoming to anyone. Like, anyone can compete. You just need a decent character, items do help, but you don't have this ridiculous cost of each run. If it was a petless with no consumables, then it's not really a big deal if you reach a dead end. It would probably take you, like a good player, it would take 5 attempts to get the perfect run, like perfect RNG, which isn't a big deal because you don't have to prepare consumables. It would take you like 5 minutes maximum to get that good attempt in. So it's just a better experience and more fun. Consumables make it so stupid. Like, it doesn't require any skill at all to run from A to B when you're that tanky and you have that much healing. It doesn't take that many consumables to reach that stage, and you become more powerful than if you had a pet anyway, without consumables. And what is the bet? There's gonna be a few cheaters in the top 25, like a few well-known cheaters. Actually, they're probably not good enough to do that anyway, that's why they need cheats. But I really like this initiative that Deca took because it wasn't a chest event. That's a plus. Everyone loves chest events, you can never get sick of those. And I hope if Deca does do speedrunning things in the future, that they do at least double check with me, because I think that I will be able to help a lot when it comes to making it a lot of fun. And I am a Deca partner now, so that should make things easier. But if you guys enjoyed this sort of video, I'm keen to make more like commentary kind of videos in the future. If you guys don't hate me, and you guys like this video, make sure to leave a like, so that I know that this sort of video you guys are into. I might do some like Q&A stuff in the future, and other similar sort of commentary videos. But yeah, I stream every second day, so catch me on twitch.tv/sebchoof_RotMG, link in the description, and make sure to subscribe. Peace.